Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Alex and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today's video is just a short, sharp take on setting up Xero Payroll for your business. I'm having to do this in front of the computer, so if you could just please excuse me while I put my glasses on, otherwise I won't be able to see. Old age is finally beginning to catch up with me. So to set up Xero Payroll, you just need to go to your payroll settings. So you go to your dashboard, you log into Xero, go to your dashboard, click on the payroll drop-down box and go down to payroll settings. This will pull up in a moment. This will pull up a page that looks like this, where you've got organization, calendars, holidays, pay items and superannuation. So just an important thing to note is in Australia now we are running single touch payroll phase 2, which means certain information is required of the employee, but also that you report in a particular way to the ATO whenever you run your payroll. So this is a two-step process, as we can set up payroll in your Xero here, and then we will also need to contact the ATO to set up STP so that you can directly report to the ATO via your Xero Payroll. So when we get to that, we'll worry about it. All right, so in here on the organization tab, you just need to select the business bank account from where the money is going to be paid from. So this is where it's going to be coded to when it runs through your bank reconciliation. Then the PAYG liability account, which is the account on the balance sheet that it needs to sit into, and your expense account, so your wages and salaries account as well there. The wages payable account and the superannuation account all also need to be set up exactly as you see them on my screen here. In terms of payroll tracker, you can have groups. So if you have a particularly large group of employees, or you have them spread out in particular regions within Australia, then you can either select region or none. We're just assuming that you're a business based here in Western Australia and that you're all under the same payroll. So we're just going to select none. And we're also going to assume no timesheets. So we're selecting none there as well. In terms of their payslip options, we just want to show the annual salary so that they know what they're being paid on an annualized basis. And then down here underneath upload logo, you can actually upload your company logo so that when their pay slips are printed out, your company logo appears on the pay slips. If we select calendars on here, this is the pay calendar that you've got. So this is already been set up for us. You can either select weekly, monthly, fortnightly, depending on how your payroll cycle is run or how you choose to run your payroll cycle. All you need to do to set up a new one is click on add, and you just say how often you will pay your employees, and you can see there we've got all the different options you have. So we're just going to select monthly, and then we say when does this start, and we'll say it starts on the 15th of November, so that happens to be today as well, and the first date that the payment will be made will also be the 15th of November. And what this will mean is when you run your pay run every month, you can actually select which employees are on the pay run, and it will tell you when you need to do the pay run for those employees. You can also elect to make this your default one. I'm not going to choose that on this particular instance because the default for this particular payroll calendar is fortnightly, not monthly, but we do have a few employees that we are only going to pay on a monthly basis. Okay, so then we just click on add, and you can see that it appears here that the payroll calendar has been included. Xero automatically also pulls in all the different holidays that you've got. So these are all the standard public holidays we have throughout Australia. You just need to select based on the state that you are in as to which holidays you have, because obviously there's a bit of a disparity between the states sometimes in terms of which holidays are run when. So I'm just going to click on Western Australia, and you can see it automatically pulls out the West Australian dates for that as well. And then we click on pay items. Now this is, generally speaking, you don't need to worry too much about this, but this is a particularly important one if you've got special things like deductions. So you might have things like union fees or lease payments or other sorts of deductions like childcare, child support, those sorts of things that you need to post through. And then you've got your leave pay items here as well. If you need to add a new one, so these are all templated up. So if you need to add a new one, you just click on the add button, and then you can click paid or unpaid, and it will toggle you through from there. But if you're unsure, talk to your accountant because they will help to guide you in this particular minefield that is STP Phase 2. The last tab you need to worry about is the Superannuation tab. So with all employees, they're required to provide you with a superannuation fund that they would like you to pay their super into. If they don't have a fund or they refuse to provide you with one, then you can use your own business's default fund. But in here, you just need to add a super fund. For the most part, you will be adding a regulated superannuation fund unless you know otherwise. A self-managed super fund, you'll find your employee will always tell you if it is a self-managed super fund. So for the most part, they are regulated self-managed super funds. And then here, you just need to type it in. So I'm just going to type Australian Super. Okay. And then it will come up with an employer number. You might have an employer number with them, but if not, you just need the unique number that your employee will give you. So this is part of the information you need from the employee to be able to add the super fund in, and you just click on add. All right, so that's your payroll settings all set up, ready to go. We just need to go to payroll and then single touch payroll to set up the single touch payroll side of the equation. This is where it does get a little bit tricky. So when you clicked on payroll and then you click on single touch payroll, you come to these 3 drop down boxes here and you click on STP settings. And you can see in here, we just need to review your legal trading name. You'll make sure your ABN number is correct, your PO, your postal address, and your phone number. And then you click, if you need to update, you just click on update organization settings and then click on continue. Now this is the bit, there's really no avoiding this. There's 2 ways of doing this. You can either ring the ATO and take your chances and see whether or not you can get through. If you do decide to do that option, my recommendation would be to try and make it early in the morning before too many people are calling them and when they are still in a good mood. Failing that, you can visit ATO Access Manager, which is their online portal, to give this a try. We have clients who have done it through the Access Manager and it's worked just fine. We've also had them go through the Access Manager and then have to ring the ATO anyway, although it's a client by client thing. There's no hard and fast rule on this one. It is entirely up to you how you do this one. But what you need to do when you ring them or when you go onto the ATO Access Manager is provide this proof of ownership information down here. Now, what this all does then is it tells the ATO that you as a business will be using single touch payroll through Xero to be able to report salaries and payments to your employees. Once all that is done, you click on done and you are set up and ready to go on your new payroll run. To do a new pay run, it's really very straightforward. I'm going to go back to the overview. Now this is the demo company, so we're seeing a lot more information in here than we really need. So I'm just going to run straight from the top. So this is the dashboard for payroll. You can see in here in the demo company, we've got some pay runs that are already in place. We've got some leave to approve. I'm not going to worry about any of that today because really I just want to set up a new pay run for you and show you how that is done. So click on pay runs and then add a pay run. You need to select the pay period. So I'm going to select the monthly period that we've just entered into, our new monthly period for our 1 employee. It will default to the next period ending. So you can see there that I've set it up for the 15th of November. So that would be payday today. This pay, because it will actually be after the 15th of November, is going to fall into the next pay bracket. So technically the 14th of December 2023. So I'm going to click on OK, and then in here it will come up. Now at the moment we don't have any employees allocated to this particular pay run because that's something that we need to do on an employee by employee basis, and I will run through that in a separate video on how to set up your employees in Xero. But once they're in there, it will show you how much they need to be paid in terms of their gross amount, the tax to be withheld, the superannuation to be withheld, any other deductions being made, and the net pay that you need to be paying them out of your bank account. The physical transfer of money into their bank account needs to happen by you manually using your own business bank account. Once all of that is done, is you click on post pay run and you say, yes, I am sure I want to run this pay run. And then the STP filing comes into play, and that is where you need to click this little button here on file. And I don't know if it'll work because this is the demo company, but we'll try it anyway. And you come down and you need to authorize it and you click on submit to ATO. and hey presto. Now it will sit in pending for anywhere between 1 minute to an hour, and once it's done, it will just show up when you go back into your Play Employees and your pay run. It will show in here as filed. It will turn green and it will say filed. Okay, that's it. That's Xero Payroll. Thank you very much for watching. And if you'd like to see more of these videos, then please do hit the subscribe button to be notified whenever I upload one of these videos. And if you would like to see more content or you have any comments on this, please comment below. I will put into the description box all the information that you need if you would like to become a client or if you'd like some training in this area. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching and have a great day.